qualifying. Hopefully the stream is now working. I'm not sure it was working before, so I've had to restart it. Obviously Racing Green currently with the fastest time on the board, with Kellen not far behind him, only a tenth off of him, in second place, provisional second place. Aslam in his debut, provisional third. Alessandro currently sat in fourth. CMP there in fifth. Lattus currently sixth. Perry seventh. Anonyma eighth. Eroticos 9th, Taz is 10th, we have Signal Fat currently 11th, BX Royal, he's picked up a penalty, he's not managed to get a time on the board yet, not sure what's happened to BX, perhaps not gelling with that Subaru. We're going to have to wait and see if he can put in a time. Zico currently sat in 13th, I think he's still yet to put a time on the board as well. Mortal Veloz in 14th place. But yeah, the man to beat at the moment, Racing Green, still chasing his first championship. He was doing so well last season, then he obviously had his break, he had to go on holiday. We didn't have to go on holiday, but he chose to go on holiday. And there we go, we've actually got a viewer, so the stream must in fact be working now. Welcome along, hopefully you can hear me alright and everything is going all smoothly. Obviously, if you didn't know, this was season 19, round 1. We're back once again. We did have a nice little rundown in the previous little stream, which I'm not sure, I don't know if it's actually just disappeared to the shadow realm, or if it's actually available to view. Oh, wicked, nice one, James. Welcome back, bro. Yeah, I don't think the previous stream that I'd started had actually worked, so I will give you a rundown as qualifying is coming to an end. Obviously, Zico managing to do the double last season. He's now your reigning tier 1 champion. We've had a few people come up and a few people go down, so we'll let you know about that. Racing Green still there in first place. Zico's managed to move up into provisional third. We're still waiting for BX to put a lap time in. Still not managing to get one on the board. But yeah, so the top 15 of these drivers are full-time drivers, the rest of them are reserves, so there'll probably be a few one-off appearances. Hasnain and Mortal Veloz are the reigning Tier 2 champions. They have moved up from Tier 2. Signal Faka, Rotikos, Sam and Taz are all promoted from Tier 2 as well. For the reserves, Kada, ITM, PZN and Levatrice are all promoted from Tier 2, and Monster Cat is a new driver that's joined. So Alessandro obviously making an appearance tonight in place of Yannick, who's missing this round. So we've got Zico, CMP, Racing Green, Hasnan, Yannick, Taz, Kellen, Perry, Anonyma, Signalfac, Mortal Veloz, Eroticos, Sam, Lattus and BX Royal are your main drivers, your full-time drivers. Then we have Alessandro, Capel, Kada, Slim, Javi, Distinct, Raf, we got Catfish, PZN, Keplero GT, Lavatrice and Monster Cat, all as reserves. So this is the final lap now of qualifying in this round 1 at Suzuka of season 19. Racing Green still at the top of the table, with Kellen still in second place, Perry still in provisional third. Zico has managed to do 4th place. Is he going to improve? No, he doesn't. Alessandro will start in 5th, Aslam 6th, CMP 7th, Lattus 8th, Lattus 9th, sorry, Anonyma 10th. Eroticos 11th, Mortal Veloz. So Mortal Veloz moves up to 11th with drops Eroticos to 12th, Taz 13th and Sinolfac 14th. Where did BX, so BX Royal at the end there, going up into 4th place. So Zico, the Tier 1 reigning champion, finding himself in between the two Subarus of BX Royal and Alessandro. But Racing Green chasing his first championship. He's put it on pole for the first race of the season. What can he do? Can he turn it into a win in the sprint? And what is he going to be able to do in the feature? Because if he wins the sprint, obviously he's going to start in 10th place. But we've seen it's not too hard, or it can be quite easy sometimes to pick your way through the pack. And obviously strategy does come into play as well. We've seen Racing Green has had some really solid strategies. So we have had confirmation of the stream being up. Well, we've had that now from James as well, but we've also had it in the chat. So I don't know what happened with the original stream. It's obviously disappeared into the shadow realm, never to be seen again. So thankfully I restarted it, and here we are now. So the first race of the evening will begin shortly. So the results once again before the race begins. So Racing Green starts on pole with Kellen in second place, Perry in third, BX Royal start in fourth with Zico in fifth, Alessandro starts in sixth, Aslam in seventh, CMP in eighth, Lattus in ninth, Anonyma 10th, Morvellos in 11th, we've got Roycos starting in 12th, Taz in 13th, and Sinilfac will start in 14th place. That is your grid, ladies and gents. So we are getting ready for the first race of the evening. How is this one going to go? So the room is being prepared. We'll join the guys on track in just a second. Here we go. So this is it, season 19, first race of the season. Suzuka Raceway. And they're off. My tablet's just frozen. And we've got some moves being made in the background. Racing Green getting a really good getaway, but BX Royal already up to second place. Moving up 2 places already. Kellen is down to third. We've got Zico there in fourth, trying to make his way through as well. The other BMW Perry there in fifth now. Alessandro there in sixth. Anonymous seventh. Aslam in eighth. So down to eighth for Aslam. Getting shuffled a little bit out wide there by CMP. CMP trying to go around his outside now. Had to slot back in behind, but maybe finding a way up the inside once again. But they're still side by side, plenty of room given there. Roycol's trying to have a go up the inside now as well. He's going to get past CMP, I think he might. CMP still there on the inside though, side to side contact. And Roycol's out onto the gravel. He's going to have to dip back in behind Morvellos. No, he's off onto the gravel once again, down into 14th place. He's going to have to rejoin. So Racing Green has got 7 tenths now over BX Royal. BX Royal with an absolutely lightning start there. Onto the back of the leader already, Kellen dropping a second behind now. He's having to go defensive against Zico. Zico looking like he's trying to find his way past. Is he going to go around the outside here? It may turn into the inside here, but it hasn't. Kellen driving very well indeed. Not allowing Zico an opportunity to be able to get that car past. The Lamborghini, is it going to be faster than the BMW along the straights though? The BMW is a bit of a powerhouse. And he is having a look now, pulled out to the inside. Oh, I think they're still side by side. I think Kellen may be getting a little bit edged out there, but he just found himself on the outside. Zico up into third place. Perry is now in fourth. Kellen now in fifth. He's going to have to go defensive against Anonyma, Alessandro and Aslam. All very close indeed. As Aslam tries to go around the outside of Anonyma, or Alessandro. As Kellen and Anonyma still having the battle up ahead. CMP trying to get in the mix there as well. Still being hounded by Morvellos in the GTR. The GTR driver is stuck right onto his rear bumper at the moment. I'm not sure if the livery's not loaded in on Vellos' car, but his teammate, no, that's not his teammate, that's the Lexus driver, Lattus. looking up the inside there. He almost got alongside Mortavelos for a second. Senior Fac now with a bit of a gap. They've got a bit of breathing space over Taz. Roykos has 2 seconds to deal with to get onto the back of the field. Racing Green now with 1.5 seconds. That's a nice bit of breathing space coming into this first round in the first race of the evening as well. It's only an 8-lapper. But in the sprint you want to try and make the most while you can, while the going's hot. Strike while the iron's hot, I think the saying is. BX Royal. So BX Royal was right on the back of Racing Green, but he is dropped right off now. Not being challenged though by Zico in third. Zico still yet to close the gap. Perry managing to keep that gap fairly consistent. Note to Zico, 7 tenths is the gap at the moment. He's going to be picking up the slipstream, so that's helping him at the moment, or for the minute. The second BMW there, Kellen in 5th place at the moment. Can he get onto the back of his teammate? And I like how they're running flip liveries. Very cool indeed. So Aslam still having a go against Anonyma. He's managed to get past Alessandro. Alessandro still fighting back though. He looks like he's hungry for that 7th place. Suzuka, one of them tracks though, it can be very tricky to get an overtake done. Not a lot of opportunities present themselves. Sometimes you have to wait for people to make mistakes. And you don't want to get too impatient doing so. Through the second Lesmo. Now down into the hairpin. He wasn't quite close enough. He's still having a look at the inside though. Can he get the better exit? Not quite that time. And CMP has closed that once again. So CMP right on the back now of Alessandro. He wants to make this a three-way battle for 7th place. And then Mortavelos there in 10th. Lattis is in 11th. Single Fac in 12th, Taz 13th, and Roykos has closed that gap now, 1.2 seconds to Taz up ahead in the Aston. Can he manage to salvage any positions in this race? It definitely looks like he's got the pace to do so. At the moment, the Racing Green with the fastest lap there as well, 1:59.616. That's not far off his qualifying time. 1:59.8 for lap 3. So Racing Green putting in them consistent laps at the moment. And it's paying dividends. He's got 2.8 seconds over BX Royal. BX Royal is now being hounded by Zico. Zico has managed to get onto the back of him. Is Zico going to be able to set a move up? The reigning Tier 1 champion. The 2-time reigning Tier 1 champion. Zico now all over the back of also a previous season champion, BX Royal. He's actually won it a few times, has BX. Hasn't managed to do it back to back yet, but oh, Zico tries to have a cheeky look around the outside there on the approach to the Lesmos. Oh, has a cheeky look up the inside, that's to back off. Oh, GG Zico. That has cost him though. He's got Perry right on his bumper now. Perry looking for the move up the inside into the hairpin. He's going to be able to get one done. No, he isn't. And Zico just with a better exit there. I think Perry is a bit tentative, not wanting to light them rear tyres up. So we have BX now performing an Alonso. He has pretty much the whole rest of the field behind him, and he is the head of the train. Zico going to have a look at the inside. No, not quite alongside enough, or he can't get alongside enough into 130R. Now into Casio Triangle. Everybody making it through there unscathed. Starting at 5 now. Is that... So that was Racing Green. I thought we could see a back marker for a minute. But Racing with a mighty 4.6 second lead over BX Royal. BX Royal still having to go defensive against Zico. Zico still wants that second place. Still doing really well to hold that third. But he's hungry. You can see he's hungry for that second place. He wants to try and get the move done. He needs to try and get the move done. It looks like BX maybe trying to back him up into that field behind him. Into the train behind him. Then Zico's going to have a two-way battle on his hands. He's going to have to start going defensive as well. Once again having a cheeky look around the outside into the first Lesmo, but wasn't quite alongside enough. Can he get alongside it into the second one? No. I think the best opportunity is to try and fake a dummy into the hairpin and then send one at the inside, but BX covers it off. As we see Kellen nearly lose that position to Anonymous in the background. Anonymous still holding that 6th place to Aslan. Aslan still unable to find his way past in the Cadbury machine. Doing a really good job at the moment in his debut. I think it's his debut. Definitely debut for Tier 1. I've not seen him up here before. CMP now in 9th. Looking to try and get a move done on Alessandro. They're going to be side by side through Casio Triangle. CMP is going to come out ahead. What a move there from CMP. Alessandro with a switchback through the final turn, and then like what is going on with this gaggle of cars here? Big gaggle of cars down the start finish into turn 1. Zico still cannot find his way past BX Royal, and he's now been backed up into Perry. Perry all over the bumper of him now in the M6. 1.6 seconds is the gap back to 5th place. But BX Royal making that Subaru as wide as he possibly can. Zico just unable to find an opportunity to get the move done. He's looking a little bit frustrated there now, to be honest, it has to be said. You can tell he's hungry for that 2nd place, but he just can't seem to find the move. Around the outside now into the hairpin. I don't think he's going to be able to pull that one off, is he? Can't get the better exit. BX gets the better exit. Zico just has to sit in his slipstream. There's nothing else that he can do. I think he's hoping that BX makes a mistake, but BX fairly known for staying cool as a cucumber. He doesn't make too many mistakes. We have seen him made a few in the past, but he doesn't make too many of them. Definitely a hard customer. So yeah, every time Zico pulls out of the slipstream, he's got to tuck back in because it's like hitting a brick wall. Just can't go anywhere. We'll have a run down through the grid. It's lap 7 now of 8. Racing Green still the fastest lap, 1:59.616, still with a huge 7.4 second lead over BX Royal. BX Royal is still holding 2nd place to Zico. Zico not giving up that 3rd place either, and he's not letting up on BX. He is, yeah, he's hanging right off of his bumper. Definitely trying to will him into making a mistake. Look how close he gets. Absolute demon on the brakes is Zico. It's just like that Lambo just hasn't quite got enough oomph. Or maybe he's got a better exit this time, has he? It looked like he had the better exit, but look at the WRX go. That Subaru is, yeah, what a car, what a weapon. Has Zico managed to do it now? No, he hasn't. Oh my god, I think this battle is going to continue up to the finish line. So we still have BX Royal in second place, Zico still there in third, Perry still sat in fourth, Anonyma now in fifth place. He managed to get past Kellen dropping into sixth. He's going to come under the attention of Aslam, who's managed to pass Alessandro, but seems to be a bit of a stalemate at the moment, unable to find his way past Kellen or Anonyma. Alessandro also sat in 8th place for some time, CMP there in 9th, Wells in 10th, Lattis still in 11th place there, Senior Fack in 12th, followed by Eroticos, who has made up a position. He's up to 13th, Taz now down to 14th in the Aston. Racing Green starts the final lap, still as the race lead, and look at his tyres, it looks like he's really looked after them tyres quite well. Everyone else's fronts have died a bit of a death. But this is the closest battle here at the moment between, well, there's a three-way battle now for second place. Perry, Zico and BX Royal. BX Royal at the head of the three-car train. And then behind we have Anonyma. Anonyma starting to catch Perry as well. Oh, Zico, has he managed to get it done? He's alongside, but no, he's going to be on the outside. Oh, that was a good attempt there from Zico. I thought he was going to manage to get it done. He's alongside once again, but BX Royal's going to have the better drive. But Zico tries to go around the outside of the hairpin. That's allowed Perry to come alongside now. And Zico managed to get it done. He has. Zico finally manages to get a move done on the final lap. I think that's what he needed to do as well, because BX is coming back once again alongside into Dunlop. Oh, look at this. Look at how close the top five are now. Or the top, well, second to fifth, all within a second of each other. This has really started spicing up on the final sectors of this race. Racing Green though, Racing Green 10.6 seconds up the road. He's going to take the lead, take the win in this first race. He'll start in 10th for the second race of the evening, the feature. Zico takes that second place, BX in third, Perry in fourth, Aslam finishes in fifth in the end, Anonyma in sixth, Alessandro in seventh, Kellen in eighth, CMP was ninth with Mortal Wellos in 10th, Lattis in 11th, Senior Fact was 12th, Eroticos 13th, and Taz finished in 14th place. GG's guys. And GG's to Racing Green. What an absolutely commanding first race that was. And not only did he get a victory, but he got a clean race bonus and pole position. So there, the results once again. Racing Green finished in first place with the fastest lap of 1:59.616. Zico finished in second. His fastest lap actually at 1:59.760, so only a tenth slower than the Citroen. We got BX Royal in the WRX GR3 finishing in third. Perry finished in fourth, Aslan was fifth, Anonyma sixth, Alessandro was seventh, Kellen was eighth, CMP was ninth, Mortal Wellos was 10th, Lattis was 11th, we had Senior Fac in 12th, Erotic was 13th, and Taz was 14th. So for the reverse top 10 grid, we're going to have Mortal Wellos starting on pole with CMP in second place. Kellen will start in third with Alessandro in fourth, Anonyma fifth, Aslam in sixth, Perry in seventh, BX will start in eighth, Zico in ninth, and Racing Green will start in 10th place. Lattis will start in 11th, Senior Fac in 12th, Erotic was 13th, and Taz will start in 14th place. And obviously a rolling grid as always for the features. I think it's 5 times fuel, 3 times tyre wear. I did have it written down somewhere. We'll find it. So, race conditions. The sprint is 2 times tyre wear and 3 times fuel. The feature is 5 times tyre wear and 3 times fuel. So in the feature now we're going to have 5 times tyre wear and 3 times fuel. So who is going to be able to save their tyres? Are we going to have a wet race? It looks like it's a little bit moist out there at the moment. We could see some weather around Suzuka. I swear I saw spray coming up off of one of the cars. Perhaps it's just the mist. So it'll be interesting to see who chooses the hards in the first stint. Obviously the hards are going to take a little bit longer to get up to temperature, as I think Aero has just found out. In fact, it looks like a lot of people maybe opt in for the hards in the first stint. See a lot of guys out on track at the moment on the hards. BX Rule on the mediums there. Racing Green. Well, it looks like everybody may be going for the hards in the first stint. Is everyone trying to go for a one stop? Perhaps they're going to try and take the hards for as long as they possibly can. Another car that we don't see enough of in the GT series is the M3. But maybe it's not that good. But surely it's better now since the update, or since the recent updates. Has anyone tested it? So we've had the message there from BX Rule starting soon, so we will be starting soon. More Velos sporting the Godzilla livery. Using the other, oh yes, so Rockos also with the Godzilla livery. So here we go. This is the final race of the evening, the feature race, 40 minutes endurance race. 5 times tyre wear, 3 times fuel. Mortal Velos lining up on pole for the first time this season. Can he turn it into a win? Obviously he's got the faster drivers, or the guys that came first, second and third further back the field, so the klaxon sounded, they are off. Mortal Velos leads the guys into turn 1 for the first time in this feature race. CMP tries to maintain that gap, not quite close enough for a move on the opening lap. But I imagine he's going to try and stick with more veloz. You can see them clouds in the sky there. I wonder if that's going to throw some weather into the mix. Taking it nicely through the snake, taking it easy on their opening lap. Obviously everybody on hard, so I think everybody's on hards. But have a quick look. So CMP still is on hards, more veloz is on hards. Kellen's hards, Alessandro, Anonima, Aslan, Perry, Zico, Racing Green. Where's BX Royal? Oh, Laz gets the move done on Racing Green, but he's still there on the inside, is Racing Green, so he's going to surely retake that position. And he does. Oh, he's actually, it looked like he nudged Laz out a tiny bit wide there. Senior Fac onto the back of him now. Senior Fac's going to have a look as well. Laz now in 11th place, Taz there in 12th. As BX Royal up the inside of Eroticos. Almost. He's going to tuck back into the slip, somehow down in 14th place. So Mortal Veloz still leads the race after the first lap. He's gone wide though, he's gone deep. That's allowed CMP to come along his outside. Keeps the inside into Casio Triangle. But there's CMP with a move. What a move that was. Just had the ultimate traction there out of Casio Triangle. Just managed to slingshot the car out and up into first place. CMP takes the lead of the race in the Lamborghini. What can he do now? Can he manage to break away from Kellen behind in second place in the M6? More Veloz up the inside there of Anonima. Anonima loses the position to more Veloz, it looked like, as well. Anonima actually getting past Alessandro there. Alessandro into the clutches of Aslan. Perry sat waiting in the wings there in 7th there as well as Zico. Zico trying to find his way through. Bit of a gap back to Racing Green. The CMP now with 5 attempts. He's trying to create a bit of breathing space, try and break the toe back to Kellen. Maybe he's got him hard warmed up nicely and into the temperature window. Does look like he's starting to push a little bit now. Created another 10th before the hairpin. Go on, CMP. So Craig absolutely putting the work in now. He's managed to create 8 attempts, 9 attempts. So he's actually, as he broke the toe, I think he might have broke the toe back to Kellen. Kellen's going to have his work cut out now. He needs to try and close that gap. Otherwise he's going to come under the attention of Mortal Veloz, still in 3rd place. Mortal Veloz with 4 attempts now, back to Anonima in the Mercedes. Oh, Kellen goes deep. Kellen's gone really deep. He's managed to rejoin the track, but he's lost a lot of time there. Mortal Veloz has closed up to 5 attempts. It's more like 2 attempts now, isn't it? Oh no, Kellen! Kellen's off, almost into the pits there. Hopefully he's not gone into the pits. That's happened to me before. So Mortal Veloz up into 2nd place. Alessandro is up into 3rd. We have Anonima and Aslan behind, furiously battling for that 4th position. And Aslan up into 4th place in the Capri Citroen. Anonima drops into 5th now. Zico trying to find his way through the pack as well. So Zico has come from around 8th or 9th place, and in fact he's come from 9th, hasn't he? He's looking to try and get the move done on Anonima. In fact, you can see all the way up to Mortal Veloz there. You can see all the way up to 2nd place. In fact, you can just see 1st place CMP not too far up the road. But Zico also has Perry for company. Looks like he may have got the better exit here. But I think he's going to have to slot back in behind Anonymous for the minute. Looking very quick though is Zico in that Lamborghini. Oh, he has a bit of a slide on the exit there and manages to regain control of the car. But Racing Green now only 5 tenths off of Zico. He has got Taz and Perry having a drag race in the background. Taz is going to win that place. Perry down to 9th, Taz up to 8th. So Taz making up for lost time after that first race. Aero now finds himself in 10th with Lattice in 11th. Single Fac is in 12th. BX Royal up to 13th. Kellen now in 14th. CMP looking like he's definitely driven that Lambo before. 2.6 seconds is the gap back to Morvelos. Morvelos who's come in under the attention of Alessandro. Alessandro's managed to get the move done on Aslam. Alessandro currently sat in 3rd. Can he manage to set up a move on Morvelos? Oh, Aslan has a bit of a slide there. He's kept control of the car, but maybe lost a couple of attempts back to Anonymous. Anonymous who's chasing him down in 5th place. Goes a little bit deep through the hairpin, does Aslan, but maybe that's the line that he prefers. And then we have Racing Green chasing him down in 6th. The gap only 5 tenths now, but he's got a 1.4 second breathing space over Taz behind in 7th. It looks like he's ready to deploy the heat-seeking missiles. I think he should just stick a massive red button on the dash just for bants. Very cool looking car on the inside. I think maybe if they gave it a different wing, perhaps it'd look better. Oh, Perry! Oh, Perry looking very, very twitchy. I'm not sure what happened there. But this gaggle of cars, Lattice is now up into 8th. Aroco's trying to find his way through. He's there in 9th. In fact, maybe Perry's having some internet issues. Not sure, he seemed a little bit skippy. So BX Royal trying to find his way past Single Fac now. Oh, and he has. He's done it with ease. He's up into 12th place. Single Fac is down to 13th. Zico finds himself down in 11th. So Zico's dropped a few positions. Must have had a moment somewhere. Or maybe even having a penalty, but it is a tricky one, isn't it? Definitely a tricky track, Suzuka. So Morvelos and Alessandro swapping position, as it looks like. I think Alessandro was up into 2nd place momentarily, but Morvelos managed to get back past him. And Aslam doing really well there, waiting in the wings, trying to seize his opportunity to maybe get past both of them. It could happen yet. Yeah, I think I've got a funny feeling there's been a few accidents we've not caught Arias. Benji says go Ali. Yeah, go on Alessandro. Managing to keep these guys behind him for a minute. He's up into 2nd place. Morvelos and Aslam goes deep. Aslam almost losing the rear of that car. His teammate Racing Green around his outside. Aslam down into 5th place. Racing Green's up to 4th. Racing Green obviously took the win, didn't he, in the sprint, and he's managed to carve his way through the pack, coming all the way from 10th place. up into 4th by lap 6. So Alessandro has managed to create a bit of a gap back to Mortal Velos now, but Racing Green getting the move done into turn 1. Just catching Mortal Velos sleeping. Has Mortal Velos got an answer for him? Right on his bumper at the moment he is. And Aslan not far behind now in 5th place with Anonymous for company there in 6th. We've got Taz in 7th, Lattis is in 8th. We've got Perry now in 9th, Senior Fac in 10th, Zico 11th, Kellen in 12th, Arokos 13th, and BX Royal now back down to 14th. What happened there? Oh, that must have been the accident Arias said about. Yeah, we missed that one, dude. What is going on? I know it's the first race of the season. Well, second race of the season. Perhaps everybody just feeling a little bit rusty. They've still got to just shake off them joints a little bit. Well, I imagine most of the guys have probably been racing in the off season anyway. In fact, I think I've seen a few of them doing the esports, so yeah, definitely. Alessandro still holds on to that 2nd place. He's got an 8/10 gap over Racing Green, but Racing Green doing his utmost to try and creep up into that slipstream range. Start trying to reel Alessandro in. Definitely looks like a UFO of some description. See a battle forming in the background there. Aslan and Anonymous. Aslan covering off the inside as Anonymous tries to have a look. He's going to go around the outside now. Still can't find his way past. He's come alongside, has he? No. So Alessandro managing to keep that gap consistent back to Racing Green. Still 8/10 is the gap. Mortal Velos still well and truly on the back of Racing Green as well. Aslan has dropped off a little bit, 1.4 seconds off the back of Mortal Velos now. He has got Anonymous still for company. Anonymous still trying to find his way through, but he's still unable to do so. Is he going to be able to be close enough, maybe come the hairpin? It's all about the drive at that last Lesmo under the bridge. Yeah, not on this occasion. As we see him move in the background there, Lattis up the inside of Taz. Bit of contact there on the exit. That's allowed Perry to come alongside Taz now as well. Taz keeps 8th place for the minute. Lattis up into 7th. Perry right on his bumper now though. Right on the gearbox of the Aston is the BMW. Oh, Perry a little bit twitchy there. So everybody getting through Cassia Triangle unscathed. Zico back into 10th now. Single fact there in 11th. Kellen 12th. BX Royal back into 13th. Arokos in 14th. So on lap 8 of 20. This guy here still in the lead. CMP putting on an absolute show in that Lamborghini, and what a move it was through Cassia Triangle, or through the exit Cassia Triangle, to take first place away from, who was it? I can't remember it now. Was it Anonymous? It wasn't, was it? It was Eroticos. No, Mortal Velos, sorry, Mortal Velos. He's down into 4th now. Yeah, CMP 5.2 seconds is the gap now over second place Alessandro. Alessandro, who has now got Racing Green well and truly on his gearbox. He's definitely in that slipstream now, isn't he? Alessandro has a defensive race on his hands. Or will he just allow Racing Green to get a position and try and save his tyres? Not too sure. Definitely racing for position though, isn't he, Alessandro? Are we going to see a move come soon from the Citroen of Racing Green? Alessandro covers the inside off. I don't think Racing's going to be alongside it. No, he's not. Not alongside enough to get it done, but trying to look for the better exit. Just grazes off the back bumper of the Subaru. Maybe into turn one. Later on the brakes there. Later on the brakes from Racing Green. Up into second place now. Alessandro down to third. As Alessandro, oh, Alessandro gets a little bit twitchy on the exit there. Manages to save it. I think he's trying to go for the better exit to get the switch back, but almost lighting the rear. Well, he did light the rear tyres up a little bit. He managed to save it though. Absolute cat-like reflexes from Alessandro. It was definitely a brown trouser moment. Still holds on to third place for the minute. Lap 9 of 20. Aslam 2.3 seconds off the back of Alessandro. But he's managed to drop Anonyma now as well. He's now got a nice bit of breathing space, so he hasn't got to work too hard to keep Anonyma at bay, because Anonyma's no longer in his slipstream. Anonyma with 9 tenths over Mortal Veloz, who started on pole. Last in the Lexus. Only 4 tenths off the back of Mortal Veloz now. Can he start to put the pressure on as Perry picks up a second's worth of penalty? That is going to hurt Perry's efforts in this race. He's going to be kicking himself with that one. Must be track limits somewhere. Taz in a bit of no man's land at the moment. 1.3 seconds to the car ahead. Oh, Perry, he had to slow down for that penalty. He's going to lose that position. Not quite. First person is into the pits. CMP in to get rid of them hards. What's he going to go on? So Racing Green up into the lead of the race once again. Or actually for the first time in this feature race. The Zico's in as well. A lot of people choosing to get rid of their first set of tyres. The undercut has proved to be quite effective around a lot of tracks. So we'll have to see how it works around here at Suzuka. But Racing Green now race leader. 9 tenths is the gap over Alessandro, who is now in second place but still yet to pit. I mean, these guys could run them tyres until they completely die. They've got enough fuel to do so. I think Racing Green, with his tyre wear, he could probably run them for quite a few more laps. I think he's going to go for a very long stint. Will he be able to take it long enough so we can finish on the softs? We'll have to wait and see. I think it's definitely going to be a one stop though, isn't it, for racing? Probably a one stop for most. So Aslam up into third place. 2.5 seconds is the gap still to Alessandro. Can he start working on that gap? So I think maybe that Citroen is just very good on tyre wear. And obviously if you're quite good at conserving your tyres as well, it's going to be very good indeed. So Anonyma Anonymous finds himself in 4th place now. Still a little bit of a gap back to Morvellos and Latter, so he hasn't got to go defensive just yet. Racing Green now into the pits. Alessandro has stayed out, as has Aslam, as has Anonymous, as has Morvellos, as has Lattus. So what's Racing Green thinking? Is he trying to cover off the other guys? So CMP will become race leader once again. He went for that early pit stop. Once the guy's ahead of him pits, he will surely become the leader of the race once again. And Racing Green 26.6 seconds off the lead. He's also got, what was it, around 8 or 9 seconds to CMP. So CMP with a nice bit of breathing space at the moment over Racing Green. That's what he needed. Zico has pit as well, so Zico in 13th at the moment. And BX Royal, so I think BX Royal perhaps the only person on mediums in the first stint. He's now on hards. So how long is Alessandro going to stay out at the front of the field on them dying hard tyres? I thought Racing Green was going to go for a lot longer stint than he did. He proved me wrong. We're just over the halfway mark of this race. And we've seen a few different race leaders in this race so far, as we normally do in the feature race, to be fair. So Aslam now into the pits. Alessandro stayed out again, so I think everybody else, apart actually Morvellos, so Morvellos is staying out as well. He's got a little bit more fuel than Alessandro, but they're on about the same amount of tyre wear, so that's interesting. 6.8 seconds is the gap back to Morvellos. So there we go, CMP now into 3rd place, 12.5 seconds off the back of Morvellos. 5.5 seconds is the gap back to Racing Green. He needs to monitor that gap back to Racing Green and try and keep that where it is, if he can. Doing a fantastic job at the moment though. But Racing Green as well has driven an absolutely fantastic race once again in this feature race. Obviously sewing it up in the sprint race, and he's chasing the win now, isn't he, here? As is CMP. Zico doing really well in the sprint as well, finishing in 2nd. Managing to get BX Royal on the final lap. Finds himself currently in 5th, with a little bit of work to do to catch up to Racing Green. Oh, as he has a bit of a moment. Managed to keep the car going though, so all is well. Maybe lost the 10th though. So Aslan back out in 6th place now in the Cadbury Citroen. Azashi, was it Azashi? Let's see if we can. Azashi Keisai. Azashi Keisai, okay. So it's an Azashi Keisai. I don't know what Azashi Keisai is. Sounds exotic. Anonymous. Oh, who's that following Anonymous? 3 seconds. Oh no, Lattus. 3 seconds. That's got to be for crossing the pit line. So Alessandro and Morvellos are into the pits. That means this guy here is going to become your race leader once again in the Lamborghini. CMP, could he be chasing his first win here in season 19? In fact, I think he got one. I'm sure he won a sprint or something, didn't he, a few seasons back. But it'd be the first win of the season for him here in season 19. So yeah, he's chasing that first one, isn't he? Can he keep racing green at bay? 5.2 seconds is the gap at the moment. He is coming down, but very slowly at the moment. So yeah, CMP doing an absolutely cracking job. 13 of 20, we've got 7 to go. That thing does sound awesome, doesn't it? In fact, the Citroen actually sounds pretty sick, to be honest. Not gonna lie. What is the best sounding car in GR3 now? And that, yeah, that's the one thing about GT sounds as well. That sounds nothing like a Subaru. I don't know how many of you guys have heard a flat 4 boxer engine, but that sounds nothing like what is going around the track at the moment. So yeah, polyphony please. It's way more deeper tone. Anyway, Zico 5.1 seconds to Alessandro. He's got 1.3 over Aslam, who's now in 5th place. Morvellos is there in 6th. He's chasing Aslam down, only 6/10 in it now. 5th, 6th and 7th, all actually very close indeed. Perry's there in 8th place. We've got Taz in the Aston, currently ahead of Lattis in the Lexus. BX Royal now in 11th place. As Kellen goes really deep in the background there. We got Senior Fat there in 12th, Kellen in 13th, but going for a bit of an excursion. Managed to find his way back to the track though, luckily. Royco's 14th. CMP doing all he can now to try and keep that car on the track, on the grey stuff, and ahead of a charging Racing Green, who has set another fastest lap, 2 minutes 5.95. CMP's fastest was 2 minute 9.44. So yeah, he's definitely pushing at the moment. It's Racing Green trying to close that gap up ahead to the race leader CMP. But CMP at the moment looking like he might have done just enough. I think it's going to be close come the final lap, but I think if he maintains this pace, he might be good for it. The CMP is looking fast, but he's not cutting into that gap enough. I think he's only doing about 2 tenths a lap. I digress. Let's try and find a battle on track. So Alessandro still holding on to that 3rd place, and he looks good for it as well, as long as he doesn't put a foot wrong. So Zico, after his early shenanigans, I'm not sure what happened early doors, but managing to find his way back up into 4th place. And he's now got a nice bit of breathing space over Aslam in 5th, although Aslam looking like he's closing up actually along the straight, so oh, and in fact, yeah, that'll be because of them tyres. I'm not sure how many laps later Aslam pitted, but that Citroen obviously being very good on its tyres as well. He's going to have the superior tyres to the cars around him, you would presume. In fact, Morvellos is looking a little bit better. Morvellos putting in the purple sector there as well. Can he take the fastest lap away from Racing Green? Just keeping an eye on that track map on the top right there, just to see how close Racing Green is to CMP. Looks like he is definitely closing that gap, but still not close enough to be able to go for a move. We will check in on them in just a second. Perry finds himself in 8th at the moment. He's 1.5 seconds off of Anonyma, but 4.7 seconds ahead of 9th place Taz. So it could be some good points on the board for Perry in this first round. Taz I think, not really a fan of the Aston. I think it can be a bit of a tricky car to drive at times. But still currently in 9th place, so he's doing alright. Then we have Lattis still there in 10th, unable to find his way past Taz. He's keeping that gap fairly consistent though. But yeah, Kellen has dropped off the back of him now. He's there in 11th place, but 2.2 seconds off the back of Lattis. And BX Royal has made up another position, but he has still got his work cut out to be able to catch up to Kellen. Managing to get past Senior Fac, he's up into 12th place now in the Subaru WRX. Oh, and he's going to lose that position! He's going to lose the position to Senior Fac. Senior Fac is alongside. No, he's not going to lose the position, not just yet anyway. So we're going to have a drag race now, down into turn 1. Senior Fac is going to be on the outside. It's not really somewhere you want to find himself. Oh no. What happened to BX? I think BX had a little bit of a nudge. I don't think it was anything intentional, but just finds himself off on the Astro and yeah, game over. Game over, man, game over. Which has actually brought Eroticos onto the back of Senior Fac and able to challenge now for that 12th place. Are we going to see a move come from the GTR driver? He goes along. Yes, he has. Wow. On the approach to the Lesmos. Sending a dummy up the inside. Up into 12th now for Eroticos. Has Senior Fac got an answer come the hairpin? Not on this lap. So we've got Kellen there in 11th. Last, still trying to close the gap to Taz. Perry in no man's land. He's dropped off the back of Anonyma. Anonyma also with a 1.5 gap up ahead to Mortavellos. So yeah, the gap's starting to form now throughout the field. Aslam still holding on to that 5th place. Zico is there in 4th. But Zico 6.4 seconds off the back of Alessandro. So yeah, I think providing they don't put a foot wrong, that might be your top 3. So Racing Green only 2.9 seconds off the back of CMP now, but we're on lap 17 of 20. In fact, we're halfway through lap 17 of 20. And who is that? It was somebody really far off the back of the field. Oh, it's BX. BX has gone in for an extra set of tyres. He's going to try and take the fastest lap. Yeah, CMP can start to see Racing Green, I think, in his rear view mirror. He can probably see him not far down the road now. And Racing Green can surely smell the fumes from CMP's car. 2.4 seconds is the gap and closing. But is it closing fast enough? In fact, it's down to 1.7 seconds. So we're looking back towards second place Racing Green at the moment. We're on board with CMP. He's got a 1.6 second lead still over second place. Can he maintain that gap? I said it was going to be close, wasn't it? Come the final lap, it's definitely going to be very close indeed. Just going to have a quick look through the field and see if we can see any other battles going on. And I think, yeah, everybody fairly settled now. I think the closest gap is actually Kellen and Taz. Can the Irish driver manage to get past Taz? Try as he might, he just cannot seem to find his way past the Aston. Are we going to see it into the hairpin? And I think we're going to have to go on board with Racing Green at the moment, as he is chasing down the race leader CMP almost into the second range. Looks like CMP's tyres have started to die a bit of a death. Actually went for a longer stint. No, he didn't, did he? He went in a couple of laps earlier than Racing Green. It seems to have paid off. I think Racing Green has got the better tyres at the moment. Somehow CMP has managed to pull a couple of temps though through that final sector. He's going to start the final lap as the leader of the race. Oh, lap 19, the penultimate lap. So still this one and one more to go. I think we've got to stay on board here though and see if Racing Green manages to catch up to CMP, or if CMP manages to emerge the victor in this race. The first feature race of season 19. He's doing an absolutely sterling job at the moment. Racing Green is edging ever closer. So Racing Green in the Citroen, he managed to take the win in the sprint race. Can he manage to take the win here in the feature? He's going to have to get past CMP first. And I'm sure CMP is going to make that Lamborghini as wide as he possibly can. And he's got every right to do so as Racing Green goes a little bit deep there. Is that going to have cost him a couple of attempts? No, it actually hasn't. Really closing up under braking now is Racing Green. There's only going to be a couple of opportunities to be able to get a move done on this final lap. What is he going to be able to do? What is CMP going to be able to do? Can he keep that gap consistent? Can he maintain that gap back to Racing Green? Can he take the win here? Come on, CMP. And you can tell he's absolutely driving the wheels off the Lamborghini. And looks like he's got the better exit through the second Lesmo, which he needed. Although I think he may have to cover that inside line off into the hairpin. He's actually taken the racing line. Racing Green wasn't quite close enough. Racing Green with a little bit of a squirrel there on the exit. A little bit of a squirm. Trying to get the power down in that Citroen. See very heavily worn tyres now on both cars. We've done it for the final time. Onto the back straight now. Only 2 more corners to go. Got this in the final chicane off Casio Triangle. CMP actually goes a little bit wide there on the exit. Is he going to keep the position? He holds the inside line through Casio Triangle for the final time in this race. It's going to be a drag race come the start finish. Is Racing Green going to be able to get past him? No, CMP does it! Go on, CMP! Only a 10th minute at the end there. CMP takes first. Racing Green is second. Alessandro in third. GG's Alessandro. Zico, he's going to take 4th place. Aslam, GG's Aslam, 5th place. Norbeddle's in 6th. Perry's going to take 7th. Anonymous 8th. So Taz and Lattis, can Lattis get past Taz? Is Taz going to be able to keep him behind for the remainder of this lap? I think he's run out of fuel. He keeps that 9th place. Lattis in 10th, Kellen in 11th, Roykos in 12th, Senior Fak in 13th, and BX Royal with the fastest lap there, 158.962. He's going to bring that Subaru WRX over the line in 14th place. But takes the fastest lap away nonetheless. Well, that's what you get for turning up to a, what did they say? Bringing a knife to a gunfight. You brought a rally car to a GT car contest. Nah, we know it's a GR3 WRX. Like. Still, it's a rally car. Anyway, that was the first round of the season 19, with your Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing's GT7 Championship. So CMP managing to get his first win in season 19. GG's lad. We had Racing Green finishing in 2nd there. Alessandro was 3rd. Zico was 4th. Aslam was 5th. Morbellas was 6th. Perry was 7th. Anonymous was 8th. Taz was in 9th. Lattis finished in 10th. Kellen 11th. Roykos was 12th. Senior Fak in 13th. And BX Royal rounded out the field in 14th place. But took the fastest lap for 158.962. So there's a nice little point in the bag there for him. And obviously if you enjoyed this, we'll be back here same time, same place next week. So I hope you join us then, and the guys, and we'll see you then. Good night.